So, AI, it's this incredible engine of innovation, right? I mean, it's changing practically everything we do. But here's the thing, with all that incredible power, there's a huge question we have to ask. How do we keep this engine from going completely off the rails? And that's exactly what we're going to dig into. And this is really the core idea for today, a fantastic analogy from our source material. Just think of AI as the engine in a Formula One car. It's got unbelievable, world-changing power. But governance? Well, that's the chassis. It's the frame, the steering, the brakes. Without a rock-solid chassis, all that power isn't just useless. It's a spectacular crash just waiting to happen. And that right there is the central problem we're looking at. We've got this phenomenal engine, but right now, a lot of organizations are basically running it with no chassis to speak of. And that's not just a little risky, it's a massive threat to the way businesses operate. And look, this isn't some problem that's coming down the road. AI is already here, big time. It's analyzing stock performance, it's running customer support chatbots, it's personalizing every marketing email you get. And as its use just explodes, well, the potential for things to go wrong is exploding right along with it. And get this. We're not just talking about the same old problems getting a little bit bigger. Nope. AI has cooked up a whole new class of risks, one that moves way faster, learns quicker, and is a whole lot harder to predict than anything we've really seen before. What's kind of mind-blowing here is just the sheer variety of these new dangers. You've got stuff like prompt injection, where attackers can literally talk an AI into breaking its own safety rules. There's shadow AI. That's when employees use unapproved tools and end up accidentally leaking company secrets. And then you get into the really scary stuff, like deepfake fraud and completely automated cyber attacks. And this image, it just nails the core problem, doesn't it? These aren't just technical glitches we're talking about. These are threats that move at machine speed, creating incredibly complex problems that can instantly obliterate the trust you've spent decades building with your customers. Just gone. Okay, let's make this real. Imagine a scammer grabs a few clips of your CEO's voice from YouTube. An AI then creates a perfect clone. That scammer then calls your finance department using the CEO's voice with some fake, super urgent request to wire money. It sounds real, it feels urgent, and believe me, it is happening right now. So here's the bottom line. We are way past the point of talking about hypotheticals. These AI-driven risks are active, real-world threats. That engine is running, and the car is picking up speed every single second. It is absolutely time to build the chassis, which of course brings us to the solution, governance. And let's be super clear. This isn't about slamming on the brakes on innovation. It's about building a smart, multi-layered safety net, a clear, structured system so we can manage AI and use its incredible power safely. And the thing is, regulators are already on this. They're building out the framework as we speak. And whether you look at big national laws demanding human-centric AI or really specific financial guidelines that require risk management from start to finish, the message is surprisingly consistent. At the end of the day, they're all pointing in the same direction. So what are they all asking for? Well, it pretty much boils down to these four critical things. Can you govern it? Can you explain its decisions? Can you audit what it's done? And when something inevitably goes wrong, is someone accountable? If you can't say a clear yes to all four of those, you're just not ready. Okay, but let's get practical. Because you're probably thinking, so what does this all mean for me? Does all this governance talk mean I'm not allowed to use awesome tools like ChatGPT anymore to get my job done? It's the #1 question people ask. And the answer is, of course you can. The goal isn't to ban these amazing tools. It's about being smart and managing the risk. It works like this. If you're using an AI to, say, summarize a public news article, that's super low risk. Go for it. But if you're about to feed it sensitive customer data or a secret company memo, whoa, that's high risk. And that means you need strict controls or maybe a secure internal-only tool. It's all about being smart, not being scared. Now, having rules and policies in place is great, but that's just one piece of the puzzle. The next layer, and honestly maybe the most powerful one, is using AI's own strengths against the very threats it creates. It's time to, fight fire with fire. So picture this, an AI-powered security war room. Instead of a team of human analysts trying to drink from a fire hose of thousands of alerts, you have an AI doing all the heavy lifting, connecting the dots, spotting weird patterns, and flagging the real threats in seconds, not hours. And the results? They're pretty staggering. In the real world,
This approach has been shown to boost the efficiency of processing security incidents by about 90%. 90! That's not just an improvement, that's a total game changer. And why does that 90% matter so much? Because for the very first time, it lets our defenses move at the same speed as the attacks. An automated AI attack gets met with an automated AI defense. It's how we finally level the playing field. Okay, so let's tie this all together. It's really easy to think of governance as just a bunch of red tape, right? Something that just slows you down. But that's completely missing the point. Good governance, it's actually the key that unlocks real, sustainable, long-term innovation. And this quote, man, it just perfectly sums up the goal. Nobody can promise you that an AI will never, ever fail. That's just not realistic. But what good governance can promise is that risk is visible, it's controllable, and it's accountable. That is a promise you can build a business on.
So this has nothing to do with being conservative or killing creativity. It's about building a solid foundation. Think of it like building a city. You don't just let everyone build whatever they want, wherever they want. No, you build the roads, the power grid, the safety systems first. That foundation is what allows for real, lasting progress.
Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. We're building a fortress of trust, a secure, stable environment where everyone, your employees, your customers, your regulators, feels confident that this incredibly powerful technology is being used responsibly. That's the stable chassis we need for the road ahead. So here's the final thought we want to leave you with. The debate over if we should use AI, that's over. That ship has sailed. The real question, the one every single leader needs to be asking right now, is how do we build the governance and the trust to harness this power, not just for the next quarter, but for the next generation?